So we've been gone for the last several days and came back to the garden, and the garden's just got a ton of growth. I want you to check out some of this stuff. So pumpkins are doing really well, and if you'll notice here, I had to cut. This pumpkin grew in between this board. You can kind of see that. So it's squished. I think it's going to be kind of a unique pumpkin. I'll probably be able to make a face out of this one. Got a nice small one growing there. Have a new one coming up over here. One I ran over with the tractor yesterday. We got some nice size ones though. This was one of the first to grow. I just threw some 10-10-10 down to give it some fertilizer. There's another new one there. Those will be small. We're just running out of, I mean, it's really warm now, but we're running out of heating days and sunlight. Kale is doing really, really well. Tomatoes, I got tons of them. I got a ton of green ones, and I got a lot of red ones that I got to pick. I grew some crimson, I think they're called crimson, black crimson tomatoes. They didn't do so well. You can see, like, you know, when this happens, what do you do with this? This is massive. And some peppers. The onions didn't do well. Kind of expected that. So these are supposed to get kind of dark, and we're gonna let them go and see what happens. As you can see down there, a lot of tomatoes for making sauce. Broccoli and the Brussels sprouts in the back. Nothing on the Brussels sprouts. I think they're just going to have to go a little bit longer. But we've been harvesting broccoli for weeks, and now we're on to a secondary crop there. These peppers have done really well. We're getting some more. These are early ones. I'm not growing those again. They're too small. They're too tiny, and the plant can't support it. That's a hybrid. Not crazy about it. But you can see I got all these tomatoes here that are green. Oh, electrocution. Another one bites the dust. Just harvested beans. Here's a couple I missed. How did I do that? Huh. Well, that's a good segue. Let's go on up to show you what I harvested. Some of this I'm going to be sharing with sharing some of this with my neighbor. So let's go up here. I'll show you what we got. We're going to wash them all off and go from there. Here's what we pulled today. All these beets, and I've already harvested a bunch. I have another bunch of beets that are growing in the shade, and they're much smaller. Obviously they're going to be much smaller. These are really good sized beets. I usually don't let them go this far, but I just haven't been around. I've been working, and like I said, been doing things, and here comes another airplane. So let's get these all out on the lawn. I'll show you what it looks like. See Maddie checking out the beets, checking out our haul. Yeah, so this is the second harvest of green beans, and there's a half a 5-gallon bucket. So, ooh, get out of there, wasp. This is also, I think, the third harvest of broccoli. These are just flowerets on the sides. After you harvest the main head, you'll get these shoots. And if you pick them, you got to pick them quick, because if you don't, you'll get brown spots. So as soon as they start forming and they get about, that big around, then I pick them. And then you can see the beets all washed off and cleaned off. So we'll probably split these. There's just, like, this one is massive. Normally I don't like to go this long because they'll get woody tasting if you just, cook them. But if you roast them, they get, and this little guy came up. This little guy came up when I pulled one of those big ones. That'll be good eating. But if you roast them, they really will, they'll shrink, and the sugars will consolidate, and they really taste really good. Maddie agrees. Right, Maddie? We had Maddie 1 year today. So she's a year and 4 months, I think, a year and 5 months. So she's a good girl. She's a really good girl. Yep, today marks a year that we got Maddie. And we still have Reagan too. She's keeping Reagan young. Reagan's going to be 11 in October. And he's still doing pretty well. All right, so that's our harvest. So hey, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and we will see everybody in the next video.